Hey, I'm Matt with Firehouse Haulers, and today I want to give you a quick video on the newly released dashboard on the iCans dumpster rental software. So this week, iCans released a brand new feature. I had heard about it from Ricardo not long ago called the dashboard. This new dashboard is really cool. It gives you basically all the data at your fingertips. So instead of the command center really being where you process and manage orders, the dashboard is where you can really evaluate the state of your business and look at all your data in one place. So I'll just give you a quick tour of what that's like. So when you go to the dashboard, this new throttle looking symbol on the side, you have basically a big view of all the stuff that's going on for any particular time. So if I went to tomorrow, I could see that there's 5 rented assets. Basically, there's nothing going on tomorrow, but if we went to today, there was a pickup today. So we could go to any date on the calendar and we could see the different things that happened that day in the overview. Really, really cool. Then we scroll down into the orders. So basically your orders, you can see the view of how many orders there were by day. And not only that, but were they repeated orders or were they one-time orders? So repeated customers or one-time customers. And we can view this in the last 7 days or we can view this in the last 30 days, which is really cool. So you can kind of custom tailor this dashboard to see what you want to see. This next block is the tasks. So we can view how many tasks were completed, how many were canceled, and we can see the previous periods completed and canceled tasks as well. So we can do a comparison and see, are we on the same track in this month or this particular day as we were last time? So there's a little kebab symbol, the little 3 dots. You can click that and hide any of these sections within the dashboard. You can also grab and drag a section to rearrange your dashboard however you want it to be and really customize it to what you want to see day to day. So as we scroll down, you're going to see the income trend. Now this is the one that I think a lot of people like, and me in particular, I really like to be able to see this, to see what is the actual profit margin or profit and loss from the iCans system rather than having to do it inside of something like QuickBooks. This is just a nice clean view over a 30-day period or whatever you set it to, 7 days, 30 days, last month, whatever, to see the income trend. Now this information is coming out of the command center's information. So let me show you that real quick. So if I go into the command center and I look at all these different tasks, if I go to all orders and select the drop down arrow, I can see the total profit for that particular job. Now, once the driver enters the dump cost in there at the particular dump site with the weight, materials, etc., it will auto calculate the costs that were associated with that particular drop or that particular rental, and then create the net profit off of that job. Now, the one thing that's been added, and it looks like they're going to be making some adjustments here to make this even more accurate, is there's now a column that says trucking cost. So trucking cost, that'd be a variable cost. So dump cost, trucking cost, those are variable costs. So we would be able to see on that one job, those costs, how much they cut into the profit margin of that single rental. Now, something I would love to see in the future is if they had a method for you to enter your fixed cost so that a formula could be used to calculate however many rentals you had against the fixed cost using the variable cost per rental, and then really give you an accurate snapshot of what your business is doing day to day. I use QuickBooks to do that, but it's a little tricky to see it more cleanly. You really have to dig around, and there's too many numbers to look at. When you just need something visual, it's nice for this to be able to just break it down and show it to you in this dashboard view so that you get a nice graph and it's clean and easy to read. So again, in the income trend, they're giving you really 2 data points here. Basically, what's the current period, what's the last period. So you can see a comparison between the previous period and the current period on how your sales are doing. We also have a client section. So the client section is kind of neat because it shows you how many clients ordered, how many new clients did you get, and then what type of client were they? Were they a residential client or a commercial client? And then lastly, down here at the bottom, you have material types. So if you're real diligent about putting in what types of materials you're hauling or what the client says they're going to haul versus what you drop off, This graph will actually break down all those different materials so that you can see basically what percentage of the time are you hauling certain materials. That could be really handy if you're trying to look at how much inventory do you need to order and what size dumpsters need to be ordered. So we can look at this dashboard and really see things like what percentage of time are my 20-yard dumpsters getting rented compared to my 30-yard dumpsters, or material-wise, am I hauling a lot of concrete or am I hauling a lot of heavy materials? Should I order a few more small dumpsters like a 7-yard dumpster or a 20-yard heavy dumpster if you're running big trucks? So that's a pretty neat thing to be able to break down the materials and show you what you've been carrying. So I know that's a really short video, but this is a cool release, and I just wanted to show this to everybody if you hadn't seen it yet. If you like the video content, there's a playlist that I've created for iCans and iCans updates. So you can see iCans more tutorial type things where you're trying to learn how to use the system, and then on the other side, you'll see iCans updates where you can see the newly released things and what they do. So if you like the content, give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you on the next video.